everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Gia. I'm a 25-year-old lady who lives in my mom's basement, and just to do a very quick reading vlog because I did not post one last week because the Thanksgiving holiday was very busy and I didn't have time to get a reading vlog made. But the books that I have finished most recently are Realmbreaker by Victoria Aveyard. I talked about it in the wrap-up. I rated it 3.5 stars. I liked it and I will pick up Bladebreaker, but I do think that some characters were underutilized and that some of the background needed to be discussed a little bit more. I was still a bit confused about the world building and the magical elements, but I did enjoy the narrative and the characters despite the underutilization of a few of them, and I'm excited to see what is happening in the next 600 plus page book. Recently I started Night of the Raven, Dawn of the Dove. I haven't gotten very far in it quite yet, but what I can tell you so far is that our main girl Ketiani is a assassin slash spy slash guard for the king and queen of Chandela, and she has a soul bond with the queen because she was saved from a very young age. So it's kind of a Rose and Lissa bond situation. And there is some issues with assassins coming in and trying to kill the king and queen, and they have now failed 3 times to find out the identities of the assassins and where they're coming from, because every single time the person has been one step ahead of them and the assassins have died in captivity or they have gotten away or the such. So they are under some strict pressure to find out what is going on. And Ketiani is a bit under duress because she is being sent to be the bodyguard for the crown prince as he is being sent into this remote location where he is going to be taught by a teacher who is renowned for certain like magical things. I believe he seems to be like a magic teacher or like a philosophy teacher of some sort. He's supposed to teach the prince some sort of like lessons that he needs to learn in order to be a effective ruler. And Ketiani is distraught because she is going to be separated from the queen in order to do this, but the queen trusts her the most to protect her child and the nephew and her nephew. So that is where I am right now. That's literally like I'm on chapter 3. Like that's what I can tell you right now after just reading 2 chapters. So I am excited to continue to read it. It is a shorter read, so that will be easier for me to get through. After that, as far as physical books go, I'll be reading Monsters Born and Made. I'm excited because I'm finally getting into all of the books that I had selected for my fall anticipated reads video, so I'm going to like be able to go through and like actually talk about all of them. I believe minus maybe 1 or 2, I think they're all out now, but I have them all mixed in with other books, so it's going to take me a little while longer to finish reading them. I probably wouldn't anticipate a video talking about all of them until I'd say at least January or maybe February, depending on my schedule and such, because I have things mostly planned out into January right now since I only do 1 video a week. So there's that, and then I started reading A Court of Wings and Ruin last night. I have not gotten very far quite yet, but so far, I mean, we've gotten a flashback from Rhysand from the war before the wall was put up, and there was a lot of bodies, and he was searching for Cassian, and that's all I know so far. Oh, and Feyre's putting on the Oscars performance of her life in the Spring Court right now as she is meeting with Ianthe and pretending like she forgives her, and Lucian is a bit side-eyeing her a little bit because Rhysand has Elaine and Nesta, and he is very sus about that because he's like, yo, she has my mate, why don't you care? And Feyre's just like, he wouldn't hurt them. No reason in particular. Like, he just wouldn't hurt them. And Lucian's just like, okay, but it's in my best interest to believe you. So I think that it's funny because Feyre's being convincing to Tamlin, but Lucian is just like, okay, whatever. So I am interested to see where the rest of it goes. I mean, just to revisit how I felt about the other two, I rated A Court of Thorns and Roses 4 stars, and I rated A Court of Mist and Fury 5 stars. I liked the second book much more than the first book, but I find that that is a very common opinion to have. That's not saying the book isn't perfect. I do see and experience all of the booktubers who say, like, Rhysand is the feminist king of the century, and they roast him for always saying that, oh, it's your choice, Feyre. Anything you decide, my queen is your choice. Like, yes, it's funny and roastable and great, but like, I, as somebody who is coming back to reading as an adult and has missed out on so much over the years, reading a book that came out, the first book came out when I was a senior in high school. I was 18. I would have ate that shit up, first of all. But second of all, the second book came out when I would have been in college. Regardless of what year I was in, I would have been in college. So to read a book that is aimed towards the young to new adult category with a love interest that is being very forthcoming about things being your choice, I would have ate that shit up. Are you joking? Are you joking? I would have ate that shit up back then because I would have been like, oh my God, he cares about my opinion? The bar is so low. The bar is so low. If you are attracted to men, fictional or not, the bar is set so low. I feel sorry for us. But I mean, that's not to excuse it, obviously, but like, I understand the appeal, but it's not above roastability, you know? Like, treat that shit like a rotisserie chicken. Yeah, turn it over the spit and roast it evenly. Other than that, in my life this week, it has been a absolute disaster. I have always described my life as a never-ending episode of Seinfeld because although Seinfeld was a sitcom that was like a couple of years before my time, I'm saying as a geriatric old woman, it was a little bit before me, and it's like the show that's about nothing. That's like my life, except it's like, you know, everyday occurrences. It's a show about nothing. My life is a never ending episode of Seinfeld that just goes on forever and just gets worse because the last 3 weeks of my life have never been worse. Like, I've never been worse at this time in my life. I'm surprised that I'm like still alive, like I've made it, because it started with my car breaking down really dramatically. I almost blew my engine on the way to get my car checked because I was having some overheating issues, and it was fine until it wasn't. And then my car almost overheated, and I looked at it at the temp gauge and it was fine. And then I looked at it 2 seconds later and it was in the H. So something burst very quickly and my engine overheated instantly. But there was no smoke, no nothing. My water pump was broken, but because of the type of car that I have, they had to take off half the engine to get to it, and it was a 15-hour job. So it cost $1,571 to fix a water pump, which in any other kind of car would have been a very easy fix. Well, that's great. And then it was the week before Thanksgiving. I went home for Thanksgiving. I come back from Thanksgiving. I took off the day that I got back because I had stayed up all night to catch the flight. So then I go to work Saturday, and then I go, is it hot in here or is it just me? And it was just me because I had a fucking fever while I was at work. So I was sent home early. I had to call out of a double on Sunday. And then Monday, World of Warcraft Dragonflight came out. So I was streaming Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then Friday morning I streamed before work. So I recovered all week, played the game all week. I'm usually off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I had to call out Sunday, and then my normal off days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then I had asked off for Thursday because it was just like, my one last vacation day. I asked off for it. Went back to work Friday and only got to work Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday morning. So my hours next paycheck are going to be garbage. But then Friday, before I could go to work, to go back to work after being sick the past weekend, and I'm still sick. My ear is still clogged. I honestly think I have an ear infection because I'm having hearing loss on one side of my head. My car won't start when I go to start my car to go to work after I have been off because I was sick. My car won't start. My battery's dead. I was over an hour late to work, and by the time I got there, it was in the middle of dinner rush, and I got like screwed over. So, like the whole day sucked. So Saturday, I had to wake up early and go get my battery replaced, and that was another $130. And needless to say, I was not having a great fucking time. Oh, and also, I have a tail light out. So just on top of that, everything just sucks. To say a bitch has been struggling the past 3 weeks is an understatement. Oh, and I haven't talked to my therapist in 3 weeks. So consider this my therapy. It was free. Thank you. Because she canceled on me, and then I canceled on her, and then she canceled on me. So it's really just cancel phone tag at this point. So, yeah, that's been my week. And I'm going to go ahead and get started on the next books. I have to return Night of the Raven, Dawn of the Dove by the 7th, and it's the 4th. So I need to get cracking on this book, and then I need to finish A Court of Wings and Ruin. I need to record and edit my 4 Dead Queens video for this week and finish reading A Court of Wings and Ruin, record and edit that video for Saturday. So it's gonna be a great week. I am manifesting it into existence, and it's gonna be a great time. So anyway, that's the reading vlog this week. That's the reading vlog. I didn't want to not post anything for the week, so that's just where I am, what I've read, what I've finished, what I am reading. I also have been streaming more on Twitch because I missed it, and to be quite honest, I need the money. So I have been streaming more on Twitch. If you'd like to catch me there, it's just twitch.tv/HuntressGia. Remember to drink water and be nice to each other and exude kindness and empathy with everything that you do. And I will see you guys on Friday for the 4 Dead Queens video. Bye!